Now, this isn't an easy issue to discuss. It could actually be confronting for some people, but we can't just pretend it away because it's difficult. And here I'm talking about the fact that babies who survive late-term abortions are refused life-saving medical care and left to die in some but not all states in this country. Now, as I woke up this morning, I still couldn't get over the decision in the Senate last night that refused to even allow debate on a resolution that all newborn babies born alive after late-term abortions be allowed to receive medical treatment rather than being left to die. Here is a midwife speaking out about what is happening in Queensland.
We've had babies born alive after terminations from 15 to 22 weeks, born alive, gasping for air, moving and having a palpable heart rate, fighting for their lives as we are humans designed to do. Parents of these babies who are born alive after abortion do not want to see or hold them. This means the only person left who could possibly hold them is a midwife or a nurse. If this were a pregnancy loss of a wanted baby, the mother and father would usually comfort that baby while the baby was alive until they pass.
So in one room, you've got doctors doing everything they can to save a premature baby, and in another room, they're forced to leave a baby to die because they've unexpectedly emerged alive from a late-term abortion. Now, why should the treatment of one human person depend upon a veto from someone else? In this case, the woman. She might have intended the child dead, but if the baby is born alive, surely its right to live trumps everything else. Elsewhere at law in Australia, we would call this infanticide. Now, records in this area are hard to get because it's rightly embarrassing for a medical system that would prefer to draw a veil over all of this, to pretend it isn't happening and hope you never hear about it. But it seems that over the past decade in Queensland and Victoria alone, more than 700 babies have been born alive after late-term abortions and then left to die, untreated, on a medical dish like discarded waste. In other states, thankfully, their laws say the baby must be given treatment, hence the need for one national law to protect all newborns. And that's what UAP Senator Ralph Babbitt was trying to do when he moved to urgently debate this issue last night. Only his bid was stymied by Labor and the Greens that fanatically are committed to abortion rights right up until birth, and now it would seem even after delivery. And voting with the hard left were for Liberals, who I bet would rather no one knew about this cruelty. They are Senate Leader and South Australian Liberal Simon Birmingham, Victorian Liberal Jane Hume, and New South Wales Liberals Andrew Bragg and Maria Kovacic. This motion was not about restricting abortion. That wasn't even on the table, and in any event, abortion under law in Australia is a matter for the states, not the Commonwealth. It wasn't about changing a woman's right to choose. This was a motion about protecting children. Babies born that should have the right to treatment regardless of the woman's intention when she walked into the hospital. Because how we treat the most vulnerable in society says everything about our values and our humanity. To reject the right of doctors and nurses who want to save these babies from doing so, it's inhumane. It's against their Hippocratic oath to preserve life wherever they can. And I have to say, it's just as inhumane for the rest of us just to let this go.